Slow down when you speak. Choose your words wisely when you do speak. I love talking about how to make yourself stand out in a room, in a conversation, literally anything. And you don't have to be dressed to the nines. You don't have to have the most designer bag that you want in your life. You just have to speak intentionally and slowly. That's all I'm saying. Because imagine yourself in a room and you meet somebody and they're like, "Hi, how are you? What's your name? I'm Emma. I do chemistry and I'm a student and I'm working here at my internship and I'm very excited. Like, what's your name?" You are very much overwhelmed. You're like, "Oh, please calm down. We are here. Let's take it down a few notches." Be aware of how you come off. As simple as that. A more appropriate way would be, "Hi, I'm Emma. It's nice to meet you. I'm doing an internship here, doing research, and I really liked it so far. It's pretty laid back, and I like the flexibility of being able to do my work on my computer and travel around." Two completely different vibes. Two completely different vibes. Pick your vibe. Use your tone. Use your speed. Use your facial expressions as well. And hand gestures. It's kind of like the quadruple. Tone, speed, facial expression, hand gesture. Because one, the tone, or I should say, the speed that you talk in, it's an indicator of what's important, what's not important, how you're feeling. When you have a good storyteller, they can tell you a lot in very little. And the best two components that they use is speed and tone. So, think about this. Mary had a little lamb. She was white as fleece as snow. Let me retry that. Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece is white as snow. Monotone. One speed. Boring. A better way would be, Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow. You see how Mary had a little lamb. Pretty much simple information, not important. Mary had a little lamb. Quick. And how I emphasized her fleece as white as snow. I did volume and I did tone, and it kind of brings you into the story. One of my roommates, they asked me, "How's my day?" And so I said, it wasn't bad. I was able to get a lot of things done. I was productive enough. And I definitely wasn't that exaggerated, but I was like, yeah, I was productive enough and got enough done that I could say I worked hard enough. Facial expression, tone, speed. You can take control of a conversation when you notch down your own level, because most times people will match you where you are. Don't match other people with where they are at times. It is important when you are getting to know somebody, I think, that you equally match each other's energy, because you don't want to throw everything off when somebody's super excited and you're just like, I spilled my coffee that I bought from Starbucks outside the store. You kind of have to match somebody else's vibe to get to know them and give a good first impression. And I think when you can master tone and speed, you got your two components down very well. And I think the way that I've been able to get so practiced at this is this. Just practicing talking about a subject, talking about literally anything that I learned throughout the day. Just practicing. Because you can't get good at something that you don't do and expect to be good at it overnight. And so I go back to my last two components: hand, motion, and face, your facial expression. I think, or I should say even body language. When you're talking to somebody, you should be open. You should be not like this, not like this, not like covering, because you're signaling that you're scared, insecure, in danger, and all those other negative things. And your body knows that, so then you feel it. But literally, if you were having a bad day, push your shoulders back, like get big, and then look at your, like, you don't even have to look at yourself, but like just smile. Like, it doesn't even have to be a real smile. You can literally just do a fake smile. I did that yesterday because I was having a rough day, and I was like, I'm gonna just smile, and I'm like, and it helped a little, and then it like kind of dominoed my rest of my day to be a little better. And so, body language. When you're open, you're willing to receive, and people notice that. People acknowledge that. Because who is wanting to go up to somebody who looks like this? No one. But if somebody is open, talking with their hands, gesturing, and in their conversation, more people are willing to come up to you because they see that you are friendly. They see that you are not afraid of your environment. They see that maybe they're nervous secretly, but you can't tell. And my last example is facial expressions. I am very guilty of being RBF, major stone face. And some of the people that I'm with are like, Emma, your face. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, it's just a habit. And so I think when I am with other people, I try to have a little bit of shape to my face, like, rather than you can see the difference. You definitely can. And I think when you can be aware of the vibe that you give off from your face, that's a big help. And I think when you're in a conversation with somebody, you want to make at least some facial expressions of because it indicates, it signifies that you are paying attention. And I think I definitely do fake it till I make it. Some conversations I have no idea what's going on, but I know tone, pace, speed, and facial expressions can kind of make it look like you understand, even if you don't feel it or you're lost in a conversation. Earlier this morning, me and my roommate, we were walking to our workshop, and she was talking about something, and I was like, yeah, and not a single clue what she was talking about, fully honest. And I was like, yeah, right? Tone, words, facial expressions can go a long way. I'm not saying to lie. I'm not saying to deceive and do that sort of gig. But what I'm saying is sometimes you have to help a conversation along and continue a conversation and be like, just comes with knowing how to use your tone, use your speed, emotions or facial expressions, and body language. It might not seem a lot, but it is. It's practicing the small, mundane things day in and day out is how you get anywhere. And it's the best place to start when you're talking. You can't avoid talking every single day of your life. But what you can do is just practice a little bit when you do talk. So, a little bonus one. Slow down when you don't know, when you're trying to think. Don't say It's so annoying. I'm so sorry. I think it's annoying when people are like umming and I'm like, stop talking, just pause. I'm so sorry. That is one of my pet peeves, is when people just the entire conversation, presentation. One of the people that I'm with, they present and they are like, the way to do presentations is to present carefully and confidently. Yeah. I'm like, please stop saying just slow down. Like, it's 1, distracting, 2, it takes away from your confidence, and 3, it makes you look very unprepared. So please stop saying and take a pause. That was probably the best thing that my speech teacher taught me in high school, was to have pauses. Please have pauses, because it makes you look like you're in control. It makes you look like you know what you're talking about when you can pause and take a breath. So, I want to leave you with this, actually. Just try. You're not going to be good. I was not good talking the first many times that I've tried talking with people, this, and in general. You see how I use pauses. So, practice one element. Maybe it's speed. Maybe it's your tone. Maybe it's your body language. Maybe it's your facial expressions. Or just not saying Whichever of the 5 you can choose from. Just start. You don't have to be perfect. But know that you will improve your speaking, your conversational skills, your public speaking, just by practicing. Food for thought.